Hello my lovely friends and welcome to this cosy evening vlog. I debated a lot as to what I wanted this video to be. Originally it was going to be very much a writing vlog, and then I was thinking about doing a book shelving vlog, and then I debated whether actually this week should be my reading journal flip through, and I had quite a lot of thoughts about what I wanted it to be. But then I settled on doing like another cozy evening, I was going to say routine, but it's not necessarily routine, it's more just like an evening vlog I've made. But I feel like this is the third one I've made in the past 3 months, and it's funny as I didn't intend to do so many so soon. The one before, the first one I did in November, I hadn't done one since like last January. But I just feel like there's something quite comforting about these like purposely setting out to film my evening, as it just makes me sort of look and see that actually in the evenings there's more time than you realise. I think in winter as well, especially because it gets dark so early, and I mean it can be like 3 o'clock and it can be pretty much dark. I feel like there's just something about kind of realising that actually there's still time, even though it's dark, the day actually isn't over yet. And I think by filming these sort of evening vlogs, I've sort of been able to, I don't know, in some ways just kind of reclaim those dark hours. And it sounds a bit dramatic, but it does make me realise that actually the day's not over. There's still time to do things, and not just in this case today, I'm doing a few bits of work, but I think there's something really comforting about them, and I hope you guys sort of feel that too and be able to look at this and maybe look at your own evenings and see that you still have time to do things, and even after a long day there's still time for you just to do something to make you feel good. In terms of work, I'm currently working on the copy edits of Red Witch. For anyone new, hello, I am Katie Kay. I am a debut author. My fantasy novel Red Witch will be released September this year, and I'm currently doing the last round of edits before ARC reader copies become available. This is not the last ever round of edits, but it's quite an important round as soon people will get the chance to read it, and also some of my family will finally have the chance to read it. So yeah, it's exciting and a bit nerve-wracking. Only one family member has read my novel so far and she liked it, but most of my friends and family haven't read it. I prefer to show my work when it's in a state which I consider worth sharing. I'm not someone who likes having people read early drafts who kind of aren't obviously, like with editors, agents, whatever, but maybe it's a bit of a perfectionist thing, but I also don't want there to be too many voices giving me advice early on as well. I don't want to be influenced too much by other people's thoughts so early on in the writing process. time to stop work for today, but we're not leaving my desk just yet. When I set up my new reading journal for 2026, I set up a bingo bucket list for the year, and I left one square blank and asked you to suggest things for me to add to this list. And there were so many great suggestions, from reading children's classic that's new to me, doing a reading challenge like a readathon or a spinner wheel, but the one I actually ended up deciding was finished series. The original comment was a finished longer series that I was in the middle of, series with like +5 books or whatever, but I only really have one series that is like that, so I have changed it slightly to finishing series in general, as I have a few where I literally have like the last book left, but I haven't read it. The first being the Lunar Chronicles. This series is a quartet with 2 short stories that go with it, and I have read 3 of the 4 of the main series, then never got round to reading the last one. I read the first 3 quite quickly, so I think I wanted a break before reading the last one, but that break ended up being a year long, so I really do need to get back to it. The Aragon series I started not long ago, and I know I want to read more of this year. Here's Dark Materials again. I only have the last book left to read, but I saw some spoilers for how it ends for Lyra and Will, and I'm kind of holding off getting to that, but I do need to read it. Now, these are technically 2 series, but they're connected, so I started reading the Warriors Bard series. Absolutely loved it. Then I learned that the characters in this series are actually children of characters that are in the Blackthorn and Grimm series, and in the second book there is a side character from that kind of parent series who appeared, and I had no idea who it was, and whilst you don't technically need to read one before the other, as they do work as standalone series, I just thought it's best to start the Blackthorn and Grimm series, read that, and then come back to the final one in the Warriors Bard, as apparently that last book referenced quite a few things that are in that other series. It sounds a bit complicated, but it made sense to me at the time. The other series is one that I mentioned last week, the Invisible Library series. I have the last 2 books left to read in this, and I'm currently listening to the audiobook for the Dark Archive, so I know that I will read this. I'm not too worried about getting this series finished, because I know I will. However, there are just so many other series that I want to read this year. A reread of Percy Jackson's series has been high on my list, so I feel like I should try and kind of prioritise getting these series finished, so that I can start many new ones as I like.